Ladies and gentlemen, I do welcome you all back to Gothic. Now, the first place we actually need to go... well, I mean, we can do the focus stones in any order, really. But, you see the pentagram influence, the pentagram symbolism is still present here. The idea of this is that this is how they tried to perform the barrier. That's the points of the star are where they were standing when they were casting the spell. So, evidently, they were trying to create the barrier within that sort of pentagram area, and clearly, it was intended to be a lot smaller than it presently is. But what's curious to me, however, is just that, you know, if the barrier was meant to be within that, it seems like there's a lot of prime mining real estate outside of the intended area. The old mine you could see in the top left, that cave-like area, and then in the bottom left, near the bottom leftmost point of the star, you can see to the left of that is the free mine. So those are two very profitable mines. Maybe they hadn't opened them up yet, but surely those were prospective areas that they were looking into. So it's curious to me that they were creating the barrier so small. Obviously, it got a lot bigger than that once the spell got out of hand. Beautiful. So a fireball is a pretty powerful spell. Can kill most of these low-level enemies with not much trouble at all. An uncharged version of the spell is substantially weaker by comparison. I'm not sure it even does damage in the most cases. Well, it's enough to kill mole rats outright. Completely uncharged, it does almost nothing at all, so it's probably... uncharged is probably as powerful as a fire arrow spell. I've never actually done a comparison, but maybe next time we run into a beastie we will. I just wanted to kind of check out in this direction to show you something. Oh, that was close. Not really sure why I hung up so badly there. But I want to show you something pretty interesting. This cave is a bit weird in Gothic 2. There's a chest in here. When you open up the chest, you hear an orc shouting. When you turn around, there's a bunch of orcs standing behind you. I'm not really sure why. I'm not really sure if there's supposed to be some actual significance to that. You know what? I meant to do the test here. But I have failed. Simply because I got all their attention. Anyway, yeah, I'm not sure why the orcs were specifically spawned on that chest. But, it was a good troll on the part of Piranhabytes because it scared the shit out of me the first time I opened it. Alright, lurkers all over the shop. Nothing, this is supposed to be like a fishing cabin here. There's nothing really here, but it is pretty significant later on as part of a, kind of an optional quest that gets a bit interesting. So let's test, I suppose. Do I have a fire arrow scroll? I do. Or it's called fire bolt in this game. It's fire arrow in Gothic 2. So we're gonna go across the little pond here and take the opportunity to compare the damage between the fire bolt and the uncharged fireball. In Gothic 2, most of the spells don't charge the same way they do in this game. I think they're trying to streamline the magic system a little bit because it was very difficult to use effectively in this game. So, anyway, let's begin. Let's save again. Let's begin with the fire bolt. We'll see how much damage this does. Doesn't do any damage to him. Wow, that's not good at all. This makes for an altogether horribly ineffective test. I get the feeling lurkers are very resistant to fire, being aquatic beings. Any dang way. If you all remember, when we briefly joined the swamp camp, Iberian had given us a task to find some swampweed producers working for the new camp and to get rid of them. Well, this would be they. And this gets a bit dangerous because they do have bows, most of them. And fighting them all on at once can get pretty tough. But let's give it a shot. Actually, only one of them has a bow. There's 3 of them altogether, so we might be able to do this pretty easily.
What the hell are you doing here?
Wow, these guys are wimps.
A tiny gust of wind and he would have toppled over it.
You shut your mouth.
You'll be sorry for that.
Will I?
You'll be sorry for that.
Will I?
You won't have much time
What
to be
the
sorry.
hell are you doing here? Just, he's had enough.
Damn right he has. Come on, let me fucking loot the bastard.
Sad performance. A tiny gust of wind and he would have toppled over anyway.
I still need to uninstall this fucking patch. Come on, why is it doing that?
He's had enough.
Shut your mouth, I'll decide. Why? Why won't you let me open his goddamn inventory? Come on! This is fucking ridiculous.
Ah, a fight.
Come on! God, that's annoying.
Sad performance.
You'll be sorry for
The
that.
wind and he would have toppled over anyway.
There we fucking go, Jesus.
You'll be sorry for that.
Now let's see if he...
You'll
Does
be
he keep
sorry
attacking?
For that. What the?
Yeah, he does. I don't know why. That's really weird. He's supposed to... He's supposed to... Come on, man. Give me a fucking break here. There we go. He's supposed to talk to you. And you're supposed to give him the opportunity to just leave here, but I think since we never got the quest from Kor Kalam, that part of his AI never really triggers.
Suicide. Killing somebody in front of witnesses.
Yeah? What are you gonna do about it? Gonna die. Oh, wow. Oh, he's terrified now. Too bad he's an idiot. Now we get to loot them freely. So I have to be sure, before we get too much further in this game, I have to uninstall the Iron Key patch. Just too much trouble. As you can see, though, magic kind of circumvents that problem, but it's a bit difficult to use effectively when you got a lot of enemies engaging you in melee at the same time. So there are parts later in the game where we're going to be at a huge disadvantage if people keep standing back up immediately. So we'll have to find a way. Well, we won't have to find a way around it. I'll just have to uninstall the broken patch. It's always weird to me when, something that's meant to fix the game ends up making it so much worse. Up here, I do believe we have snappers to worry about. This is going to be our first time fighting them, but I'm pretty sure we are strong enough to take them on. First and foremost, let's try one of these suckers. Oh, didn't kill him. Oh, hit another one. Fucking hell. Oh, wow. That was unfortunate. So, I did just test it there. It does seem to confirm that if you hold right-click while you're backstepping, you can avoid taking damage. So, there you have it, folks. I suspect some of them fell down there. Yeah, one of them did. Well, we missed out on the experience for that guy. But no matter. Now I'm worried they might be back at full health now. Nope. That one's still prepared to die. Gablooey. Alright, this one ought to be a wimp. Now that he's on his own. So another one went missing. He must have fallen down as well. I only see one corpse, though. Herm. Alright, now in this cave here, He's a fairly dangerous enemy, but I think we can take him on. Let's see if I'm correct about that. And this rather fearsome and loathsome looking beast is a Bloodhound. And he was actually a lot weaker than I thought he would be. So Bloodhounds, they're based off of the model of the Shadow Beast. And they're just very weird and gangly looking. I don't know who came up with their design, but it almost seems like it was not meant to be the final design. It's kind of like a placeholder model, but that's what they ended up with. And we've got a Ring of Life here, some hit point bonuses. I just realized we don't have an amulet of any kind. Need to obtain one sooner or later. Now it's interesting here, right up there on that ridge. Yeah, right up on that ridge. It's actually possible, if you were to get up there somehow, to walk over to the hollow above the free mine. And that is kind of significant in the Golden mod, where they actually add an archway to help you get up there. And, well, once we've completed a bit more of the story here, we'll see why the existence of that pathway is supposed to be significant. Without any spoilers, of course. Oh, what have we got here? Melty, what are you doing here?
Greetings. My friend Lester from the swamp camp told me about your great deeds there. I am impressed. You've become very strong.
I do my best.
Ah, yes. Always modest, aren't you?
Don't you know it?
What are you doing here?
There is an ancient ring of stone not far from here. In its center lies the entrance to an underground vault.
Some sort of tomb?
Yes, something like that. There is something in that tomb that I'd like to have.
I'm looking for a focus stone. It must be here somewhere.
That almost sounds as if we were both looking for something in the same place.
Why don't you go down into the tomb and get what you're looking for?
Oh, that's a long story. I'd have to go a long way back to explain.
Go ahead. I'm in no hurry.
All right. After the creation of the magic barrier which imprisons us all, one of the magicians sealed a magic artifact down there.
Is this artifact one of the 5 focus stones?
Exactly. So you already know the story of the 5 focus stones?
Don't tell me you're after the focus stone as well.
No, I'm not interested in the focus stone. I'm looking for an orcish talisman.
The artifact was sealed away?
Yes, a powerful spell protects it. The first grave robber trying to swipe the focus will be cursed and doomed to an existence as a restless undead. We'll have to protect the tomb from other grave robbers.
How can you get past that curse?
There will be no need for that now. Some years ago, an ore baron out pleasure hunting for orcs was careless enough to enter the tomb. Now he is the guard of the treasures down there.
What about that talisman?
I believe its former owner used it to defend himself against angry orcs. If I'm right, the talisman may be of great use.
I don't know why he's suddenly afraid of the orcs. It's not like any of the camps have really had a problem with them as of late.
We should seek out the tomb together. You get the talisman, and I'll have the focus stone.
All right, but there is one little problem.
A problem?
Yes, the guard down there in the tomb.
Can't he be cut into handy little pieces?
That wouldn't be too easy. He seems to be extremely resistant against the effects of normal weapons.
Let me guess, you already got a plan, right?
Well, I have a plan, but I can't carry it out on my own.
Tell me.
I have a spell scroll with a very powerful spell here. The spell will destroy all the undead who fall under it.
Then it should be child's play to take out the tomb.
Well, not quite. The guard is not on his own any longer. Probably later grave robbers who were no more successful than he was. I went down there once and I was nearly killed. One man on his own cannot do much there.
Give me the spell scroll and we'll do it together.
Good, very good. I hoped you would say that. However, we only have one spell scroll. Use it for the guard. The other undead can be defeated in normal fights as well.
I see. Well, which way leads to the Ring of Stone?
Follow me.
Alright, so he's going to lead us to the tomb in question. Now, the spell he has given us, let's take a look at it real quick. It is a spell of Destroy Undead, or Death to the Undead. You see it does 9,999 damage. That's literally, I think, the highest amount of damage that you can possibly inflict in this game. I can't really confirm that, but needless to say, there's no enemy who really has more health than that. However, it only affects undead, so that would be zombies and skeletons and such. I'm not even sure if undead orcs are vulnerable to it. They probably are, but regardless. The problem with this is that there are loads of skeletons down there, and if you try to go straight for the undead Ore Baron with a spell, there's a high chance you might accidentally hit one of the skeletons instead, so we're going to have to try and clear those out first. And unfortunately, Melty is not really a huge help in that regard.
Here we are. The tunnel here leads directly to the tomb.
Then let's go and visit the guard.
So, let's see. Ooh, maybe I could top off my mana a bit. What do I have that gives mana? There we are. And let's see if we can do some damage here. We're gonna have to resort to melee eventually. There are loads of skeletons. Let's see if we can take them down real quick. Oh, that didn't do any damage whatsoever. Oh wow, it did now. I'm not sure what happened. Oh, heavens above. Oh, good lord, man. Oh, thank God. Oops, sorry, Melty. Oh God, there's the guardian there. Oh God, I'm stuck. Oh Lord above, this is not good. Oh, well. The skeletons all got stuck. Whoa, I actually heard it. Are you kidding me? That's not supposed to happen. Fucking hell. Get out of here. Alright, ah shit, I never equipped the spell. Where's it? Boom! You sorry piece of shit. And here's the Orc Talisman that Melty was looking for. As you can see, it seems to be grossly misrepresented in whatever legend he was reciting. It does not protect humans against orcs. In fact, it is an orcish craft which protects against fire. I'm gonna have to heal up just to be safe here. Pretty sure Milten has infinite health. But, yeah, see? No probalo. There we go. I don't know why he's even bothering healing.
Good. You have the talisman.
Here, take it. That was our deal.
Thank you, my friend. I never forget anybody who helped me. I'll go back to the old camp. Perhaps we'll meet there.
See you later. Alright, now, here is where I ran into a tremendously difficult glitch, which could have caused me a lot of problems if I wasn't clever enough to get around it. Now, I don't know, it might have been fixed by the Iron Key patch, so let's see. Left, shit. Left, right. Alright, so there's no focus stone in here, but we did get a key from the zombie dude. Hey, it works! Alright, so basically, when I was doing my final test run of this game, after uninstalling the golden mod and everything, I came through here, and even with the key, I could not open that chest. Somehow, the tag for the key and the I guess lock script for the chest did not match up, so I could not open the chest with a key, and it also cannot be picked. The reason for that is that they don't want you... Pranobites did not want you getting the focus stone too early. It was important to them that you get it here and now, which is why they always have such a... You know, they always have such a convenient way to keep you away from them. With the first focus stone, they gave it to Nyras, who only has it when he appears on the cliff. So you would not be able to obtain it any other way. And in this case, they kept it locked in a chest, guarded by an enemy who can only die to a spell that you can only get from Milten at this point in the game. So altogether, they're fairly clever about how they handled it. But unfortunately, like I said, it just kind of glitched out for me. Now, it's a little cave over here with a wall. I can't remember if there are enemies in here. No. In Gothic 2, I'm pretty sure there are. Ooh, that music's getting spooky. Nothing real significant up here. But we are actually right on the border of the Orc land here. So, do have to be cautious. Hey, here's one of the powerful healing herbs. Alright, so really I was expecting to run into that glitch again. I was intending to use this as somewhat of an opportunity to discuss Marvin Mode, which is the debug mode, or the test mode for this game. Basically, anytime Pranobites was playtesting this game, that is what they used to... You know, they had a lot of commands they could use to spawn things to make sure triggers worked properly. It was also allowed them to do God mode. So, a lot of the commands are easy to do. They auto-finish. So if you do cheat, God mode, I cannot take damage, and I can turn that back off. If you do cheat full, that heals you back to full health, which didn't have. We are already at full health, but now our mana's back as well. And there's loads of abilities. You can do spawn, and anytime I try to use that, it seems to break the game. But you can also insert just about anything, which includes Diego's bow. And this is Diego's one of the characters who will actually respond to you if you're wielding one of his weapons. So if you have his bow when we go see him, I can't even equip it, so I'm just going to leave it here. I don't want to cheat to get any money, for example. But you can insert things like that, or you can insert monsters. Oh, I don't think he's going to do any... Oh, there it goes. But also, if you're having too much trouble with an enemy, you can highlight them and type kill, and that'll kill them outright. Okay, so there are loads of commands which you can use if you're having too much trouble with this game, or if you're just trying to get through it real quick. And I will put a link in the description to direct all of your attentions to what I think is the most complete list for Marvin Mode commands anywhere on the internet, basically. So you all can take a look at that, see if there's anything new or anything that might help you in the future, and that's where I'm going to leave it. So basically, what I had to do in order to get around the fact that that chest wouldn't open was to insert the Orc Talisman. Or not the... Yeah, insert... No, not the talisman. Insert the focus stone to, yeah, to, be able to, obviously, have it to complete the quest. Speaking of which, we might as well return to Ceteris now, since we're going to get another scroll from him once we drop this one off anyway.
For the honor of magic.
I found a focus under the ring of stone.
That's a start. You're doing well. There are still 3 focus stones missing to accomplish our plan. Now go and look out for the remaining focus stones. I see you've used up the teleportation scroll. Here, take a new one.
Cool.
May you return.
Now, I feel like just kind of taking this opportunity to show you guys a closer look at the Aura Mound. And it's pretty interesting because they talk about how huge it is and everything. But if we take a closer look, first of all, it's almost completely unguarded. Satira seems to be the last line of defense before it. Actually, no, I guess I'm wrong here. There's one mercenary down here, and he doesn't really give a shit. In fact, you can take the loose ore nuggets if you want, but altogether they're not all that valuable. So this is pretty substantial, but really I would say the ore produced by the old mine grossly overshadows this in a short amount of time, and there's a bit of a glitchy effect going on with the grate above there. But yeah, it's interesting to me that they talk about how huge their ore mound is when it seems like it's really heavily overshadowed by the production of the old mine. So what we might be able to argue is simply that the free mine and the new camp have not existed for nearly as long as the old camp. They might actually be a fairly recent development, you know, within like the last year or so. So maybe that's why they weren't able to produce as much ore. They also have a lot of workers who, as Swiney told us before, each of them gets 50 ore a month. So that might explain why their ore mound is not significant in the grand scheme of things. Now, I did want to take the opportunity... do I want to spend this on mana? I don't think I do. I'm going to continue to save my learning points for now. So I want to decide... let's see what spells Kronos has. If he has anything all that useful.
For the
Nope.
You shouldn't believe everything you
I want to.
Let's see what you got.
people always talk.
You got Ice Block that can be extremely useful if we're having too much trouble with certain more powerful enemies. Healing, I would say, is not really all that helpful. I just find our mana pool to be more valuable to me than our healing potions, so we can drop off some of these less helpful scrolls in exchange for this, and our fire robe. In fact, that was a bit too much.
I wouldn't like to be in his shoes, though.
Actually, why did I sidestep? That was weird.
There must be something about that story after all.
Close enough. Alright, so now we have the Ice Block spell. The important thing about that is it can freeze enemies in place. So it's certainly a great deal of help if we're encountering enemies who are just too powerful for us to take on mano y mano, as it were. Alright, so the next order of business is to find the next focus stone, of course. You know, I feel like there's always one I just inexplicably forget about. Oh, it's the one in the fortress this time. So we happened to meet Milten at the stone circle up there, and it turns out that everywhere we want to go there happens to be one of the companions, and well, we're gonna head to the next area, which is in fact the Troll Valley. And while we're there, there's also a bit more we can do. But let us make our way there in the meantime. Alright, so we've already seen that the Fireball spell will not kill a Snapper outright. I kind of want to see... maybe the Ball Lightning spell is actually more effective against them. It's one of the spells I haven't really used all that much, just because, in my experience, it's just not that powerful. Oh, it does stun them, though. Which is good. There we are. Not too bad at all. Let's see if there's anything worthwhile in this cave that they were hiding out in. Ooh, a mana potion. Whoop the freaking do. So yeah, that's the advantage of the... Alright, no, here's an opportunity where we can test the fireball and fire arrow, at least. So the chain lightning, or the ball lightning spell is about as powerful as the fireball. The advantage is that it can possibly stun enemies. So let's just see. Oh, but the fireball can actually set, like fire spells can set enemies on fire. I guess that's the advantage of the fire bolt. You don't have to charge it up as much to get that, to get an opportunity for that fire, that burning effect. There's a cave of wolves down here. I need to find another scavenger to test the uncharged fireball. There's just a pointless cave here. To be expected. Where would there... Yeah, here's some more scavengers. So let's just see how much damage an uncharged fireball does. Oh! No, they are... It does, even uncharged, it does have the fire effect. Anyway, so basically, once you have a fireball rune, the firebolt rune is completely superfluous. It does not have any advantages. It doesn't cast any faster. It's not any more mana efficient, so you might as well just retire it completely. That's right, you sumbitch. So personally, I prefer... Actually, the thing is with fire, it can also potentially stun them, because they tend to get stuck in an animation where they're trying to put out the flames. So there's certainly an advantage to it either way. These spells, as they are pretty powerful. I guess it all depends. Because we've seen that the snappers don't seem to be susceptible to the flames. They'll take the damage, but they won't get stuck. See, like he's not taking any more fire damage. He's just standing there. Oh no, now he caught fire now. I don't know why it took so long for that to happen. Come on, you sumbitch. God dang. Alright, alright. So, yeah, relying on the burning effect is not really a sound plan. Doesn't seem to work as reliably as I would prefer. Fuck you. You weren't even facing me. Alright, so up here is the Troll Valley. But you see a kind of a passage to the right, and that is where we're going to go first. And wouldn't you know it, our good buddy Diego is standing right there, so we'll have a word with him in a minute. But first... Where's my thingamastuff? What the hell did I just eat? Oh. Alright, so up here is another one of the underdeveloped parts of this game. Here we have a man shooting arrows at us, and he's dressed in the armor of the new camp. Basically, these guys are just bandits.
You You won't have much time to be
damn
sorry
it.
for it.
Knock it off.
You won't have much.
Shut him up, I did. So, yeah, I really should have uninstalled the Iron Key patch before I got here. Basically, these guys attack on sight, but one of them has a name. His name is Quentin. And that might lead a lot of people to think that there's actually something important about these guys, these bandits here, that they might actually be quest relevant. But unfortunately, they're not. Piranha Bytes has named this camp here as another example of something they just... Oh, I think I'm getting shot at. Or was that just a visual glitch? I thought I saw an arrow fly my way. Oh no, it's just... Oh! I am getting shot at. That scared the hell out of me. I might get hit on the way up, though. If I get hit, I'm probably gonna... Yep, there we go. Alright, so be it then. You son of a bitch. How do you like that shit? How do you like that shit? And this shit. There you have it. Don't spook me like that. I saw those whizzing by. I wasn't sure where they were coming from. I thought they were coming from down below. So yeah, basically, this whole camp here was supposed to be, NPCs that you could interact with in the game. But it didn't really amount to anything simply because Piranha Bytes cut it from development for time constraints, essentially. Alright, so this is where it would be to our advantage to actually have a lot of mana, because these guys are really tough. And for that reason, I think I'm actually going to save this whole camp for later. Which means for now, we need to speak with our good buddy Diego here. But at this point in time, I think we've just about reached one episode. I apologize that I was kind of rambling for most of it, but ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you all tomorrow for another episode of Gothic, where we speak with Diego here, and have a good old wonderful time.